have we been playing this week?
Jusant.
Jusant. Yeah.
Jusant. Fucking brilliant.
It's good, isn't it?
I loved it.
Yeah, I finished it today. Yeah, I finished
How
it.
long did it take you?
Oh, I was a bit stop-start, to be honest. So I don't know what my overall playthrough was. But I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 hours in
That's
total.
kind of roughly what I done.
Yeah.
I done it in about 3 sessions though, because I just the first day I picked it up, it just reminded me so much of 2 games like Ico. Remember that Ico from PS2?
I don't think I played that. I
Reminded
remember
me
it, but
of that for some reason, and it reminded me of Shadow of the Colossus as well. Just with the climbing, the way you use the right triggers to kind of grip on.
okay.
I just felt cool as fuck playing it. I thought it was really cool how you went to the different kind of, so there's obviously kind of different sections, so that you kind of first start out, it's like kind of more sun drenched,
cliffside kind of,
and then you kind of, I think the next bit you kind of go into the mountain, the tower, whatever you call it, bit more dark, nice lighting in that. And then the next bit, what's the next bit? It's kind of like the greenery with the wind, I think, maybe. There's another bit, I forget
there's a
what it
section
is.
before that, but yeah.
Yeah. But every bit adds like another wee, like tiny wee element of gameplay into it. Like the wind, you had to like jump with the wind to reach certain bits and that.
Yeah.
I thought,
So it evolves really well.
Yeah, I think it frequently introduces kind of new twists on the gameplay.
Yeah.
But it just drops them quite nicely. So like you're saying, like there's kind of sun scorched spots where you like the climbing like fades.
You couldn't stay on them,
because the sun beams on it.
That's quite cool then, if it's especially if it's like, I don't know, it's using the elements that you can see to then adapt the gameplay. Like, it's sunny, so you can't hold on to that too long, which you're like, aye, that fits.
Yeah.
No, totally.
And then it's windy, so you're like, oh, that affects it.
Yeah, but it's got the core gameplay which never changes. But like you said, it adds these wee flourishes to every different bit, and because it feels like even if it was just that climbing bit for a while and you were just like working your way, that was still fun. But adding these other wee bits where like you can't grip on for too long because it will start drowning your stamina more with the sun, and like with the wind, you kind of jump up until it like you see it going the way you need it to go, and you go with it and that kind of shit.
That section was probably one of my favourites actually, because it just, I don't know, it being so like atmospheric and calm, and then there was just this like section where it, you know, the elements were coming at you, and it just, I don't know, I just felt like it really immersed you.
Yeah, it was cool. I felt dead immersed in it, 100%. Like the vibe and the music was done really well, because there's probably limited music in it when you think about it, but when it adds it in, it does it at the right times.
Good moments.
Just makes it kind of feel quite, because it's one of those games that just tells the whole story by like a couple of wee notes that you read, obviously, but more just like visual, just kind of like from the world and things you see, you kind of get an idea of what's kind of happened, you know what I mean?
That's really cool if I, like you say, the music's kind of kicking in and ramping up as you're
that's why
it was quite climactic at points.
And I think that's why it reminded me of Shadow of the Colossus, like with the climbing, but that they done that good in Shadow of the Colossus. The music was done really well. Like the further you got up the beasts, the music would start to kick in, and it made you feel like kind of like, it was really cool. I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and I think, I don't know, the more you sort of read into all the little notes that you find and stuff like that, there's actually a really quite nice story there, and it like a bit of kind of, I don't want to spoil it for anyone who's not played it, but like, I don't know, it does make you think a little bit, and you
definitely need to play it.
Certainly, I think the second half like does bring it together. You start to kind of understand a bit more what's going on. Because there are kind of like fantasy bits, because there's like,
I get more at the end, it kind of gets a bit fantasy, doesn't it?
There's like these whale things, and also like some of the climbing stuff, like there's like, I don't even know what they are, like the rocks on the wall kind of move, and you have to like, and I'm like, and there's like jellyfish flying in the sky and stuff.
It's a wee bit of fantasy, definitely.
Yeah, but not too much that I was off put by it, because you know, it's not normally my jam, but yeah, no, it was really good.
Is there anything that like it didn't do that you would have added in? Like, see if they were to do a sequel, would you go, oh, I'd like to see that included?
Nah, I think it is what it is. I hate that term, but I think the length suited it, and I think, I mean, for me, there was a few bits that I maybe didn't quite make the jump, and it got a bit clunky, and I got a bit stuck or whatever. But
two
because
bits
it was very linear, you couldn't really go off the path. I don't know, there was times I thought, can I jump over there? Can I make that? And evidently I could not. So,
yeah. But it's good, because you have to do those, like, when you're doing climbing, you have those, I forget what the proper name is. But no,
pittons.
Pittons.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah, I think it's pittons. You hammer them into the rock, and it gives you another thing to hook onto as you go along for safety.
Yeah.
And you have like 3 of them, so like you can hang on, like when you start climbing, it puts you into a certain bit. But then as you go along, you can like put other wee bits whenever you want for safety. So it's almost like a wee checkpoint for you to stop you falling all the way back to the start. But then that comes into the gameplay as well. You need those sometimes to be able to drop down and start swinging to get to the next bit.
Right.
Shit like that. It doesn't tell you any of that though, but you need to. That's the cool thing. You need to kind of go, oh, I can do this. You know what I mean? To get to there. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. If it's not telling you, but it sort of visually pushes you in that direction, then that's clever gameplay and clever game design. Sorry, that it's done that.
Done really. What else have they done? That was it.
Don't nudge. Yeah.
What do they do? Because like. Just like the way this was done, I kind of feel as if like...
I think this is quite unique for them. I don't think they've done anything
like this before.
Similar, yeah.
I mean, this is definitely different from the stuff they've done before. So, like, Life is Strange, Vampire. Did you play that?
No. A wee tiny bit.
Fucking love that game. It's really good. Really, really good. It's a world where set back in the sort of... I think it's late 1800s, and every single person in the world you can interact with, talk to, and change. Like the outcomes will each character will change depending on what you say to them, and then like you decide who all lives and dies. You can kill people, you can keep people alive, and like the story plays out in different ways depending on it. It's really cool. Like some people didn't get on with it at first because see the combat, it was actually quite difficult, and you had a stamina bar when you were attacking. But then later on, they did bring out a patch where you could either make it easier or I think you could actually even eliminate the combat altogether if you wanted. Right. I wouldn't recommend doing that because I thought it was really good. But it's a brilliant game, I think. It's one of the most underrated games on the sort of PS4, Xbox One era. They also did Twin Mirror, Tell Me Why, which was good. But they're all like sort of almost similar to kind of Telltale style games.
Right. Well, so that's totally different then.
Yeah, just branch out for them. But, so, I mean, you were saying, Andy, you mentioned about it during the week, you'd say 9 out of 10, you reckon?
Aye, for the thing it is.
What were you, Jess?
Yeah, I would agree. 9 out of 10 for me as well. It was just a really nice experience.